on is isolating the movement of this foot and ankle itself. What we want to make sure of is that this shin is not moving to help with the rotation of the foot itself. So I like to grab right in here, and from this position, we're going to start by pulling the toes up towards the shin, and then we're going to try to keep the toes pulling up as we do as big of an ankle rotation as possible. No movement through the shin, and trying to keep those toes pulled the entire time. Whenever we're doing these CARs, controlled articular rotations, regardless of the joint we're doing, and then we can switch directions, same thing, still trying to pull the toes up as big of a rotation as we can. We want to make sure that we're treating this like strength work. Yes, we're working towards the end goal of mobility, but active mobility, mobility that we have the strength to move through, and that's what makes it functional. So that was our first variation. I guess I should say 3, because the second is the same as the first, but now instead of having the toes pulled up towards the shin, we're gonna point the toes away. So same thing, we're isolating this movement, so the only movement's coming through the ankle and the foot, but now we're gonna point away, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're isolating this movement, we're gonna try to keep the toes pointed away from us the entire time. And while you're doing this, you'll realize the sensation and how that kind of manifests in the movement is completely different when we're trying to keep those toes pointed away. You'll do the same thing. You're making sure you've got both directions here, pulling yourself through with strength, not just going through the motions.